When you think of investing, the first thing that comes into mind is the complicated world in the stocks market. With so many charts and numbers, it's easy to get confused. So let's break it down and try to make the sense out of it. Let's say you have built a business, but now you need some more money to expand, or maybe you just want to private jet. Where do you get the money from? Here's an idea for you. Why don't you break down your company and sell part it while you keep the majority to stay in the charge? That's what stocks market is for, and this process is known as initial public offering (IPO). But how much money can you make? Let's take an example of the Mark Zuckerberg's literal toy Facebook. It went public in 2012 with 337 million shares at the price for $38 a share. Not bad, right? But when he released that there are so many more people who want the price of his pies, he added another 84 million shares, so in total it should be 421 million. And guess what? He sold every single one of them and raised $16 billion. He literally became a billionaire in just a few hours. In fact, the stock's price increased to $45 within the first day of trading. It seems like Facebook was doing great, but it was too early to celebrate because it fell back to 38 by the end of the day, and that was just the beginning. The bad news was just starting. In the next few weeks, the stocks crashed to as low as $20, twice more than its original price. Now, to understand what's happening here, we have to get to the root of the stocks market. In the past, stocks were acquired primarily for dividends. Theoretically, when you buy a stock, you become the owner of the company, which means you, like any other owners, have the right to the profit of the company. Congratulations, you have purchased 10 Facebook stocks in January of 2017, and you are now the owner of Facebook, exactly like the Mark, and I'm not kidding. So your company Facebook makes around $16 billion. How much of the belongs to you? At the end of the day, you have spent $1,300 to buy your 10 stocks, Facebook stocks price in January 2017. But let's first take a look at how much stocks are there in total. It turned out that there are almost 3 billion of them. I doubt that your 10 stocks matters now, but let's be optimistic, because if we divide the net income on the numbers of the shares, each stock should earn a little over $5. But by the way, that's known as the APS, earnings per share. In other words, your 10 stocks is supposed to earn you almost $54. Not bad, right? But that's just hypothetically. In practice, you get absolutely nothing. The board of directors is the one who is going to decide what to do with this money, and their first priority is to fill their pockets and expand the company. So no one really cares about your 10 stocks. But don't worry, not everyone is the scammer like Mark Zuckerberg. For example, last year Apple paid $13 billion in dividends for the $2.5 for the each stocks. Of course, it's not much for the stocks that cost $170, but something is always better than nothing. However, today it doesn't really matter how much the company pays as much as the price of the stocks. Apple's stockholders experienced the 33% gain within the single year. That's way better than the market average, from 120 to 160. You probably have already heard that Apple is the first company to cross the $1 trillion valuation because its stock's price crossed $200. But what if I told you that until the June of 2014, Apple's stock's price was $645? Does that mean that the company was already valued more than $3 trillion? Oh god, this stocks market is so freaking complicated. Let me explain. There's something called stocks splits. Each stock was split into seven pieces, and the price were decreased proportionally. $92.7. Technically, nothing really changed, but now more people can afford the stocks to join the community of the Apple investors, since the stocks now cost $92. But not all companies do that. Some prefer to only work with the serious people, such as the Warren Buffett. His company, Berkshire Hathaway, has never split their stocks. That's why it only has 1.68 million shares. In comparison, Apple has 5 billion. That's why single Buffett stocks, Berkshire Hathaway, cost over $300,000. I guess most of us will never join Buffett's secret investor society. But don't worry, Buffett wouldn't mind thinking your money as well. That's why he created Class B shares, which are more affordable, $2,000. The topic of the stocks market never ends, but in this video has to, as always, hit the subscribe button and the bell beside. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.